video, I thought I would open up this vlog. I thought it would just be fun to vlog that I'm going to a book signing today. I haven't been to one in a little bit. Last time I went to one, it was Cassandra Clare. Today I'm going to Alexandra Bracken signing in Phoenix. I am so excited. I am such a big fan of her, but I've never gotten the chance to meet her despite the fact that we live in the same state. So I'm really excited to go to this tonight. It's still hours away, but this is the makeup look for the day. Got some glitter, why not? My hair looks not great, and I have changed my outfit like 15 times and I still don't even like the outfit I'm in, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited. It's for Silver in the Bone, which I believe is the first in a new series, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. I love Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, that duology. It's just one of my all-time favorites. And then I also really enjoyed Lore. I actually haven't read Darkest Minds. Maybe I'll make that a reading vlog sometime this year. Reading that series, because that was such a big like dystopian series, and somehow I just missed that train. But I am going to go continue to try and figure out what the hell I'm going to wear today, because I just can't decide. And then I actually have some other plans this afternoon, and then the signing is tonight. So I am really excited to get going. I just am trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing with my outfit. I like how my makeup turned out, but my hair didn't turn out how I wanted, and because I originally was gonna have my hair wavy today and it didn't work. So then I straightened my hair, and now I'm trying to decide what to wear. So right now I have a Taylor Swift shirt on, and I think I'm gonna keep this on. I just can't decide what pants to wear. I've tried on a dress, I've tried on different skirts, I've tried on different pants, and I just can't decide. So welcome to my life. But I'm gonna go figure that out, and then I will check in later when I'm actually heading to changing hands.
I've ever written, and I still get like very emotional when I think about that last flashback scene with her, where you find out kind of what happened and what she blames herself for and all of that. So I was like, I don't know if I could write a direct sequel, but I would love to write more like in that world using Greek myths. If you guys aren't too burnt out on Greek myths, and I was gonna have like this, natural but full face of makeup, and so I arrived at the makeup.
Hello, an update to close out this vlog. I didn't take a lot of clips there because social anxiety, but I thought I would just wrap it up, tell you about the event. It was lots of fun. My makeup really did not last the day. It's looking so smudged, and this lipstick's looking horrendous, but I thought I would just talk through it. It was a really fun event. It was at Changing Hands in Phoenix, which I have never been to before. It was a really nice place. We shopped around for a little bit and then went to the event. And Alexandra Bracken, she told us a little bit about the book, and then she answered some questions for about an hour, which was really fun. And then everyone could line up to get their books personalized or get other books signed. I realized, like, way after I got there, I'm like, I didn't even think to bring any of the books of hers that I own. Not sure why that didn't cross my mind. Like, I knew I was getting the new book, so I didn't even think about anything else. I would have loved to get Passenger and Wayfarer signed. Those are my two favorite books by her that I have read thus far. And it just didn't even occur to me, because I might have thought about Lore, but the copy of Lore that I have is already signed. So I don't know, I just didn't even think of it. It was really weird, but I thought I would quickly show you the books I got while I was shopping around, and then I'll show you the Alexandra Bracken books that I got. So I thought, if I'm gonna be at a bookstore, I might as well buy some books, right? So these are the books that I got. I got When in Rome, sorry that's loud, by Sarah Adams. I love Sarah Adams, and this was a used copy, so I thought it would be a nice book to add to my romance collection. I have read most of Sarah's books, actually. She wrote The Temporary Roommate, The Cheat Sheet, a couple other ones, and I'm trying to think about it. I honestly think this is the only one I haven't read. Here, there's a list in the front. The Cheat Sheet, The Temporary Roommate, The Off Limits Rule. Those are the 3 that I've read. And then The Enemy and the Match. I actually don't think I've read those ones, so I'll pick those up as well. And I don't own any of her other books. I would love to own a copy of The Cheat Sheet, because I adore that book. But I just thought, this is on sale, might as well try it. She writes contemporary romances. This one has got the cutesy cartoon cover, which I don't love, but they are like clean closed door romances. So when you're in a mood for something like that, it's a fun book. And then I got Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer. If you've seen any of my videos recently, you should know that if there's one fan of her left, it's me. I love her books so much, so I'm very excited to start this other series. This is Defy the Night. The sequel is Defend the Dawn. I didn't get Defend the Dawn because I think it just came out, because it was only in hardcover and I kind of wanted a paperback, but we'll see if I am patient enough to wait for that, depending on when I read this. But I just read A Curse So Dark and Lonely by her, read that whole series, including the spinoff, the first of the spinoff series, and I love her writing so freaking much. Like, this was a must buy, and it's been on my list of, like, I've put it in my cart on Amazon, but I hadn't quite gotten around to buying it yet, or I'll like save for later. I'm like, oh, I'll buy it at some other point, but it was only $12.99 here, and this is a new copy, so I thought, why not? I don't even know what it's about. A daring outlaw, a desperate prince, a dangerous flirtation. That's all I need to know. And the fact that she wrote it. Literally, I love her so much. And then this book was also on sale. This is The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. Again, I have a lot of Kirsten White books on my shelf, and I haven't read any of them yet, but this was a Arthur retelling, and I remember hearing a lot of buzz about it when it came out, and I just didn't buy it at the time. And this was a used copy, so I figured, why not give it a try. I'm very excited to see what it's about. It's got a blurb from Renee Audier, and I do like her quite a lot. Christina Lauren has a blurb on the back. I didn't expect that. Very interesting choice of author to blurb a YA fantasy, Christina Lauren. Makes me think there is a romance in it. So it is a Arthur retelling, magical world of Camelot, and there is forbidden romances. So yeah, that's all I need to know. And then it looks like there's a sequel called The Camelot Betrayal. I feel like this doesn't look like a very long book. Let's see. Yeah, 330 pages, so I'm really interested. I love Arthur lore. So, and speaking of Arthur lore, like I said, the signing was for Silver and the Bone tonight, which I didn't even realize was actually based on Arthurian lore. So let's take a look at the new book. Silver and the Bone. Absolutely adore this cover. I think it's so gorgeous. I love a strong, like, iconic cover, like it and like the strong font kind of woven into the image. I think it's kind of my favorite style of cover. It's kind of similar to this, so like the castle and then a really strong font. So I'm really excited. Here is the sign on the inside, and it is about a girl named Tamsin who, based on what Alex was saying, she is trying to break a curse that's on her brother. So she goes to Avalon, but Avalon is also cursed, something to do with zombies. And so she's trying to figure that out. There is a love interest. I don't remember how he came into the picture, and I don't know a whole lot about Arthenian lore, to be honest. And anything and everything I do know, I only know from Merlin on BBC. But if it's anything like Merlin on BBC, I'm sold. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. So I'm sure it's quite different. From what I understood, this is kind of following the lore about the priestesses, and apparently they live on Avalon, which I guess is different than Camelot. I guess I also never really put together that Avalon and Camelot are different places. The only other thing I know about Arthur lore is, if anyone, please tell me if you remember this, is it's a movie, it's a cartoon from the 90s, early 2000s called Quest for Camelot. It is one of the most iconic animated films of all time. It's not Disney or Pixar or like any of the big animation studios. I don't even know who made it. Maybe Blue Sky, but I don't think they existed in the 90s, 2000s. So I don't know who animated it, but it has some of the best like soundtracks in an animated movie ever. It's so good. It's not better than Tarzan, but like it's really, really good. Like some of the love duet in that movie, literally perfection. One of my favorite animated movies of all time. And for a long time, because I had it on VHS as a kid, this is such a tangent, but I had it on VHS as a kid, and after, you know, no one had VCRs anymore, I like kind of didn't remember that it was even a real book for a long time. I thought like I just had imagined it, and then like much later found a DVD of it, and I still have that DVD, so if I ever need to watch it, I have it. Anyway, that was a completely random tangent, but maybe I'll listen to that soundtrack as I read this Arthenian retelling. Arthenian, is that a word? Not sure, but I am really excited. Jennifer Lynn Barnes blurbed this, Lee Bardugo, Stephanie Garber, Elizabeth Lim, someone named JL, don't know who that is. But everything else, like, it sounds really fun. The little blurb on the back is, there are 3 magics to be feared: curses born of the wrath of gods, poisons that turn soil to ash, and that which leaves one dark of heart and silver in the bone. So I'm just really excited. I love a fantasy. She did say it's a contemporary fantasy. Also, apparently we're calling it contemporary fantasy now, not urban fantasy. When did that happen? I still call it urban fantasy, but apparently it's contemporary fantasy now, meaning that there's an element in our real world. Also, the room behind me is so messy, sorry about that. The main character usually comes from the real world and are transported into a magical world, or the magical world kind of is underneath the real world. Think City of Bones. So I'm just really excited. I love Alexandra Bracken's writing. She just always has such interesting characters, and really complex characters. I can't express how much I love Passenger and Wayfarer. She did say tonight she's never writing another time travel story. It got really complicated, but that's my favorite part. I love the time travel. She talked about Doctor Who, and how that kind of inspired it. And I think that's why I love that duology so much, is because it felt so much like Doctor Who. And I'm such a big Doctor Who fan, obviously. If you've been on my channel for any amount of time, that's why I started my channel in the first place. But anyway, I'm very excited to read this. And it also came with some character cards. I didn't know if I was supposed to take this whole thing, and then I panicked that I took the whole rubber band. Like, I didn't know if I was supposed to just take one or take the whole thing, and then because I was so busy thinking about that, I didn't take the little map that was next to it. So that's on me. But here is one of the characters. They're not labeled. I'm guessing this is the main character. I don't know though. Is this the brother or the love interest? I wish it said what character was on the back, but it's just a summary on the back. So whoever this guy is, she looks like she might be one of the witches. I don't know. I think there's witches in this, sorceresses. She looks like a sorceress. He looks like he's dying. I'm not sure who this is. Watch, I'll read this book in a couple weeks or a couple months, and I'll come back and like be laughing at me trying to figure out who's who. She looks like she could be a sorceress. Is this the main character? I don't know if maybe this is the main character. She has a sword. Either way, unless, is this a picture? Oh, they're not the same person. My cat and my dog are fighting over there, like play fighting. Anyway, and then because I didn't know if I could get in line, because I thought I wanted a picture, but I didn't know if I could get in line because the Silver and the Bone came pre-signed. And I didn't even think about just getting in line to personalize it, but she did personalize it for me. I didn't even think of that. But I also don't own these books and I have wanted to read them. So I went and bought books so I could get in line to get these signed, so I had an excuse to be in line so I could ask for a photo. That's what it's like being inside my head, in case you're wondering. I got The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding, as well as The Last Life of Prince Alistair. I don't know if there's more than just 2 books in this series. This is a heavy book. These are printed on different paper. I don't know if I like that in the same series. Anyway, so this is a middle grade, and it sounds really fun. Here is the cute little signature to Spirit. This is about a boy who is not very exciting, doesn't have much going on, but actually he has a demon living inside of him. And I just think that's so hilarious. And to put that in the point of view of a middle grade, I think is a really interesting twist on a middle grade story. So I don't like that this is so clearly like different paper, or maybe it's just really long. This is a long middle grade book. It's almost 500 pages, 430. Anyway, I don't know what this one is about. It'll be a sequel more about the demon. The blurb on the back: a demonic buddy comedy with as much danger as heart. I just think we need more demonic buddy comedies. Like, I think that just sounds hilarious. But yeah, I'm really excited for those ones too. I've actually been kind of in the mood for a middle grade. I'm currently reading The Hunger Games, which is obviously not middle grade, but it's younger. So I've been kind of thinking like I should read a middle grade soon. So maybe I'll pick those up. I don't know. Maybe I was also thinking of doing kind of an Alexandra Bracken reading vlog. So I never read The Darkest Minds, like I said earlier, but I would really like to do like an Alexandra Bracken reading vlog, maybe kind of catching up on her backlog. I have had the idea of doing like backlog reading vlogs, and it's just not something I've gotten to yet, so maybe she'll be the one to kick it off. The other author I thought about doing that for is Christina Lauren, because she's got a lot of backlists that I haven't gotten to. But yeah, anyway, that is my vlog. I hope you enjoyed. Thought this was a fun little excursion. I left the house. What a miracle. I did really like going to that bookstore too. It was really fun. I wouldn't go there on like a regular basis because it's like 45 minutes away. But it was still a lot of fun, and I got some books signed and I got some other books, and I am maybe hoping that this actually puts me in a reading mood, because I'm currently deep in a reading slump. Even reading The Hunger Games, I just am like not feeling it. But maybe that's also because I started watching The Office, so it's kind of hard to win against The Office. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. I upload videos when I upload videos, but I have lots of book content and Disney content coming, so I hope you come back for more. Bye!